Jaguar Wright sat down and did an interview yesterday and spoke all things Diddy and Justin Bieber. We got to talk about that and a lot more, but before we get into this, please let me introduce myself. My name is Sebastian. I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend who is covering all things Diddy, Kardashians, Britney, Bieber, Selena Gomez, you name it, I'm covering it. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would be so grateful. All right, so let's get into it. I do just want to give a little disclaimer. We're going to be touching on very serious topics here, so I just really want to put that out there. And of course, this is all alleged. This is what Jaguar Wright is saying. So Jaguar Wright has been a conspiracy theorist, as a lot of people, known her for to be. And a lot of people kind of pushed her to the side and really thought that this woman was crazy. She did talk very briefly about an alleged tape that it's being shopped around of allegedly Diddy and Justin Bieber. And the TikToks are already going on. Everyone is talking about how sad and how disturbing this would be if this was true. Now,
Jaguar Wright has been one of the most outspoken people against Diddy, Jay-Z, and that entire crew. From way before the feds raided Diddy's house, arrested him, and even before Cassie sued him. She's been talking for years amongst a few other people who have been really outspoken. She was on Piers Morgan last week, and she was talking very openly and very damningly about people like Jay-Z and Beyonce. And today she finally went on YouTube where she was talking for the first time since Diddy's arrest about that interview with Piers Morgan, about Vlad, who spoke against her, and she mentioned some other things. Oof, it's hard to hear. Here we go.
That all happened a day before the report about the 9-year-old boy was released. And before people started confirming that the video that was being shopped around was Bieber and Diddy. The truth needs no support, just time.
In that clip, it seems to confirm that this video that is being shopped around is, in fact, allegedly between Diddy and Bieber, which is absolutely heartbreaking, knowing the fact that Bieber was underage during these times and probably, most likely, a victim.
A lot of people are coming up with their own theories about that Justin Bieber was allegedly underage. I have to say, the internet can be a very, very scary place, okay? It can be a very scary place because there's so much information going around.
The video that's being shopped around is of Justin Bieber and Diddy. That's how sick that attorney is, these news stations, and everybody else. The fact that they would shop a video around of a victim for financial gain tells you everything you need to know about this situation.
And a lot of people watch a 10-second clip and just run with it. And on my channel, I like to give you guys a view of what is being talked about, but I also kind of like to come back down to earth. Jaguar Wright, listen, I am definitely paying more attention to her now. I think that she is somebody that should be listened, should hear her out, but not necessarily believe everything because, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You guys know how I always say this, but she did mention something that really got me. So she was an internet rock nation, of course, Jay-Z's, huge enterprise, right? And she talked about her son being unalived because of her. She talked about how her son was allegedly offered to sacrifice her and he declined and he was unalived.
My son died because he was my son.
Because of
He
your
was targeted because he's my son. He interned at Rock Nation and they approached him to sacrifice me. I saw his death when he was 19. I moved us here to stop it, to prevent it, to avoid it. And it happened anyway.
And I just have to say, in that moment she said it, it seemed so real. And I know that right now with Diddy, we are all kind of like not really knowing what to believe. And that's why on my channel, I always tell you like, look, this is alleged. We don't know if this is true or not. But I felt something when I saw her say this. I felt like a pain. Usually she's coming and saying all these crazy things, right? That we thought were crazy. But now I'm like, okay, girl, maybe we should pay more attention to this. I'm going to tell you something. If there is, and I'm not saying there is, but if the alleged video of Diddy and Justin Bieber exists, it will be catastrophic for Justin Bieber. And there are some headlines that can connect to this. For example, you guys saw how I did a video about Justin allegedly being more comfortable speaking with his friends about his dark times, allegedly with Diddy. There is a lot that is being talked about right now. And I know that I always sound like Barney when I say this, and I can't help it. I know if I was more intense and more insensitive, maybe I would have so many more views, but I just can't turn my back on if this is true. Justin is, an alleged victim of Diddy. And it just makes you wonder, right? Like, it makes you wonder, how is Justin Bieber feeling about all of this, right? She talks about Usher and why Usher allowed Justin to go to Diddy's for 48 hours, knowing that he himself said in a Howard Stern interview that he will not allow his children to do that. Why did he allow Justin, knowing what he went through, or what he allegedly went through as a child, making his first record with Diddy? And she continues to say that that is the reason why Justin Bieber declined the Super Bowl performance with Usher. And it really does make you wonder. It really does kind of like, I try so hard not to be a conspiracy theorist, but this whole Diddy situation has really kind of turned things around on me. But there's something inside of me that feels so strongly to be human first. Yes, I spill tea and I tell you what is being talked about and I tell you what is being said. But if there is an alleged tape, I pray honestly that it never sees the light of day. I pray that it gets destroyed. Now, everyone thought Justin Bieber was going to perform with Usher.
We now know why Justin Bieber did not join Usher on stage during his Super Bowl halftime performance last night. Justin declined performing because he just wasn't feeling it.
Talk about what we've seen, okay? Let's talk about facts, right? Let's talk about the facts. We have Usher talking about how he would never send his children to Diddy's.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no. Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Justin didn't perform with Usher. Yes, they still follow each other. Yes, they do. But is Justin wanting to get away, as far away as he can from Usher and Diddy? There's so many miscommunications here. The conspiracies, the theories don't really add up to the actions. For example, Justin still following Diddy and Usher. For example, Justin Bieber doing a song with Diddy last year in his album. There's so many inconsistencies here, and that is why I'm wondering, could this be real? Could there be a tape? Was there some kind of SA happening with Justin Bieber? there is a darkness in his eyes. There is a look in his eyes of emptiness and of trauma. Is it that type of trauma? Was he crying about Billie Eilish because of what he went through?
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Was the Billie Eilish thing a message saying, I don't want this to happen to her? Well, what was the thing that he doesn't want happen to her? Was it this? Was it something like this? So there's a lot of things that you could throw in a cauldron and it'll make sense to you. Obviously, as much as I don't want to believe that there is a tape or the SA or any of these things, I just feel like where there's smoke, there's fire in some things. Not saying in which in particular, but I just feel like there's just a lot of inconsistencies. And I could see in his eyes when he's crying about Billie Eilish that he is scared of her and he wants to protect her at all costs. What Justin Bieber has gone through in his life, whatever that may be, I know one day we will hear from it, but I agree with a lot of what you guys say, that his trauma, his past is nobody's business, and that he has every single right to keep it to himself. Now, Jaguar Wright is saying all these things. Could they be true? Could they not be true? Who knows? She mentions Justin Bieber with Billie Eilish. She mentions the alleged tape. She mentions, you know, that Justin Bieber is a victim of Diddy, allegedly, of course. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. I just want to be able to offer you guys tea with a side of let's be human first. You know what I mean? So I pray for Justin. I pray for all these alleged victims. And I'm going to keep a closer eye on Jaguar Wright. I will say this. Now, is she telling the truth? I'll never know until things come out. You know, concrete evidence comes out. Until then, it's all conspiracies and it's all alleged. So take it with a grain of salt. But I love you all so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And it's serious. It's very serious. And it's scary. I'll just put that out there. Anyways, I love you all. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.